Welcome to my channel English Achievement. If you like my video, please like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. There comes a time when life feels heavy. You wake up, but your heart feels tired. You move, but nothing changes. Your mind is full yet empty at the same time. You may feel broken. You may feel lost. You may feel like life left you behind. But listen to me carefully. Your life is not over. It is only paused. Restarting life does not need money, luck, or help from others. It begins with one honest decision. I will not stay like this anymore. You do not need to see the whole road. You only need to take one small step today. That is enough. I am not here to judge you. I am here like a mentor sitting beside you, reminding you that many people have restarted their lives from deep pain and darkness. Life does not ask who you were yesterday. Life asks who you choose to be today. If you feel stuck, this message is for you. If you feel tired and lost, this message is for you. Take a slow breath. Calm your heart. This is not the end. This is the beginning of your restart. Rule 1: accept that your old life is over. You cannot restart your life while secretly holding your old one. Many people try to move forward while their heart is still living in the past. Because of this, they feel tired, confused, and stuck. The past may be full of mistakes, pain, broken dreams, or wrong choices. You may think again and again, if only I had done this differently. But the truth is simple. Thinking about the past does not change it. It only makes your heart heavier. Many people stay stuck because they want their old life back, but with a better ending. They want the same people, the same comfort, and the same story, just without the pain. Life does not work that way. When something ends, it ends to free you, not to punish you. Just like a tree loses its leaves in winter, your life also goes through seasons. When the old season ends, it looks empty. But inside, something new is preparing. Acceptance does not mean you liked what happened. It does not mean you agree with the pain. Acceptance means you stop fighting reality. You stop asking, why did this happen to me? And you start asking, this happened, now what should I do? That small change in thinking gives your mind peace and saves your energy for the future. Some memories will still hurt, and that is normal. Healing does not mean forgetting everything. Healing means accepting the past and choosing to move forward anyway. You are not weak because your old life ended. You are strong because you are still standing. Do not try to rebuild yesterday. Yesterday is gone. Close that door gently. Thank it for the lessons and turn around. A new door is waiting in front of you, and it opens only when you accept that the old one is closed. This is the first rule, and without it, a true restart is not possible. Rule 2: forgive yourself before you ask anything from life. Carrying guilt and self-blame is one of the heaviest burdens a person can carry. You may think you deserve punishment for your mistakes, for the choices you regret, or for the moments you feel you failed others or even yourself. Every day your mind may replay old errors like a broken record, whispering, you should have done better, or you ruined everything. You may feel trapped, as if every chance for happiness, success, or peace is blocked by your past. But here is a truth few understand. Life gives nothing to a mind full of self-hate. When your heart is heavy with blame, your energy is spent on punishing yourself rather than creating a better future. You may try to move forward, but every step feels exhausting because the weight of regret is always behind you, pulling you back. The mind cannot build when it is full of criticism. Forgiveness is not about excusing your mistakes. It is not about pretending the past never happened. Forgiveness is a conscious choice to stop punishing yourself for being human. Every person makes mistakes. Every person fails at something. The question is whether you will remain trapped in that failure, or whether you will allow yourself to grow beyond it. Forgiving yourself is the first step in resetting your life. Think of your inner world as a garden. Guilt and self-hate are weeds. They take space, block sunlight, and choke new growth. If you keep watering those weeds, nothing else can grow. Forgiveness pulls out the weeds. It clears the soil. It allows the seeds of confidence, courage, and growth to take root. You may not feel ready at first. The weeds may try to grow back, but every day you forgive yourself. Every day you speak kindly to your own heart, the garden of your mind becomes healthier, stronger, and more fertile. Forgiveness also teaches patience. You cannot undo the past, but you can reshape the future. When you forgive yourself, you create space for learning, for understanding, and for compassion. You begin to treat yourself as you would treat a friend, with care, encouragement, and support. You learn to say, "I made mistakes. I am learning. I am allowed to move forward." These words may seem simple, but they are powerful. They are the beginning of freedom. Once you forgive yourself, the world begins to open up in ways you did not notice before. Opportunities feel less intimidating. Relationships feel less tense. You act with more confidence and less fear. Life does not demand perfection. It only asks that you continue, that you learn, and that you keep moving forward. Forgiveness is the bridge that allows you to step onto that path. Do not wait for others to forgive you. Do not wait for an apology that may never come. The most important forgiveness is your own. Without it, restarting your life is impossible. With it, even the heaviest burdens of regret can become stepping stones to a stronger, wiser, and brighter you. Start today. Look at your mistakes. Acknowledge them and say to yourself, "I forgive myself. I release the past. I am ready to move forward." When you do this, you are no longer a prisoner of yesterday. You are free to build the life you deserve. Rule 3. Stop explaining your pain to people who don't feel it. When life hurts, the heart wants to speak. You want someone to understand what you are going through. You explain your pain again and again, hoping for comfort. But many people listen only with their ears, not with their hearts. They hear your words, but they do not feel your struggle. Explaining your pain to the wrong people makes the wound deeper. Some will judge you. Some will give careless advice. Some will compare your pain with their own and make it feel small. After talking, you do not feel lighter. You feel more tired. This is how energy is lost. Not everyone deserves access to your story. Your pain is not a topic for discussion. It is a part of your healing journey. When you keep explaining yourself, you begin to depend on others for validation. You start waiting for them to say, "Yes, you're right." That waiting weakens you. Silence is not weakness. Silence is protection. When you stop explaining, you save your energy. You learn to listen to yourself instead of noise from outside. Growth often happens quietly. Seeds grow underground before anyone sees them. This does not mean you should stay alone forever. It means you must choose carefully. Speak only to those who truly care, or to those who have walked a similar path. For everyone else, your progress will be your answer. When you stop explaining your pain, your strength returns. Your life becomes calmer. You move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. This rule teaches you to guard your inner world, because that is where your restart is being built. Rule 4. Change your environment before you change yourself. Life is a mirror of the spaces you occupy and the people you surround yourself with. Often we focus on changing ourselves first, our habits, our mindset, our goals, while ignoring the world around us. But the truth is, your environment shapes your thoughts and your energy far more than you realize. You can read hundreds of books, watch motivational videos, or try every new habit. But if the people, places, and patterns around you remain the same, change will be slow, frustrating and temporary. Look at it this way. Water takes the shape of its container. If the container is small, cracked or dirty, the water cannot flow freely. Your life works the same way. If your home, workplace, friends, or daily routines are filled with negativity, distraction, or low energy, your mind cannot flow toward growth. You will try, but invisible forces will pull you back. This is why the first step in restarting your life is to examine your environment. Changing your environment does not always mean dramatic action. You do not need to move to another city or cut everyone off immediately. Even small adjustments can have a profound impact. Cleaning your space, organizing your belongings, and creating order in your surroundings sends a message to your mind. You are ready for change. Spending time in places that inspire you, parks, libraries, or quiet corners, allows your thoughts to settle and your energy to rise. The people around you are even more powerful than your surroundings. Energy is contagious. Negative people drain, complain, or criticize. They may not intend harm, but their habits and attitudes influence your thoughts. If your goal is to restart your life, you must be willing to create distance from those who hold you back. Seek companions who lift you, who challenge you, and who inspire you to be better. Their presence will act like fuel for your inner fire. Your environment also includes what you consume daily: books, social media, news, and even entertainment. These inputs quietly shape your identity, beliefs, and mindset. If you want to restart, choose what you consume carefully. Let ideas, stories, and knowledge that uplift you flow into your mind. Limit exposure to negativity, distractions, or content that reinforces fear and doubt. When your environment supports your goals, inner change becomes easier. Motivation feels natural. Habits stick. Confidence grows quietly without forcing it. You will notice clarity, energy, and courage increasing day by day. The first steps of a new life feel lighter because your surroundings no longer fight against you. Restarting your life is not just about what you do internally. It is also about the stage you perform on. Prepare that stage carefully. Create spaces that inspire you. Surround yourself with people, places, and habits that reflect the life you want to live. When the environment aligns with your vision, the person you want to become naturally emerges. Change the world around you first, and your inner world will follow. Rule 5: build one small discipline that you never break. Restarting your life is not about giant leaps. It is not about sudden transformations or overnight miracles. True change begins quietly through small, consistent actions. One small discipline practiced every day, without fail, has more power than 1,000 grand plans that are never completed. It is the quiet commitment to yourself that sets everything else in motion. Imagine life as a river without control. It flows randomly, sometimes smooth, sometimes turbulent. Discipline acts like a channel guiding the current. Even one simple repeated action, waking up early, writing a single sentence in a journal, taking a short walk, or committing to a brief daily task, creates structure. Over time, the cumulative effect of that small action becomes momentum, and momentum becomes transformation. Discipline is not punishment. It is freedom. Each time you honor a commitment to yourself, you reinforce your inner trust. You prove that you are reliable not to others but to yourself. This trust builds confidence silently and steadily. You start to believe, I can take charge of my life. I can follow through. I am capable. Confidence does not come from motivation alone. It comes from action repeated faithfully even when motivation is gone. It is easy to underestimate the power of small disciplines. Many people try to change everything at once. Exercise, eat perfectly, meditate, read, and reorganize their life in a single day. The result: overwhelm, disappointment, quitting. Discipline is about focus. Choose one small action and guard it fiercely. Protect it from distractions, excuses, and interruptions. When one discipline becomes unbreakable, the momentum spreads into other areas naturally. Discipline also teaches patience and resilience. There will be days when you feel tired, unmotivated, or afraid. There will be moments when the action seems meaningless. Those are the most important moments to continue. Each repetition strengthens your mind and your willpower. Over time, your small action transforms into habit, and your habit shapes your identity. Think of it like building a wall. 1 brick placed carefully each day eventually creates a strong, lasting structure. Your life is the same. One committed action repeated daily forms the foundation of the person you are becoming. The walls of confidence, strength, and growth rise brick by brick. Without discipline, even the best plans remain dreams. With it, small steps compound into remarkable transformation. Start with one thing. Commit to it today. No excuses, no compromises. Protect it. Honor it. Repeat it. That single discipline maintained without fail will quietly guide you toward your new life. One small action becomes your proof that you can change. One consistent step becomes the momentum that carries you forward. Build that discipline and you build yourself. Rule 6. Cut emotional attachments that keep you weak. Restarting your life often requires hard decisions. One of the most difficult is letting go of people, places, or habits that drain your energy. Not all attachments are bad, but some keep you weak, trapped, and unable to move forward. You may love these people or things deeply. You may feel guilty at the thought of leaving them behind. But love or loyalty does not always mean growth. Sometimes the strongest act of courage is to walk away. Think about it. Have you ever held on to a relationship, a friendship, or even a job that made you feel small, anxious, or powerless? You told yourself, I can fix this, or maybe it will get better. But deep inside, you know it keeps pulling you back. Every time you try to move forward, the same weight returns. Emotional attachments can work like invisible chains. They tie you to the past, to old habits, and to people who do not want to see you succeed. Cutting these ties does not mean you are cruel. It does not mean you stop caring. It means you care for yourself. When you let go of what weakens you, your energy returns, your mind clears, your heart becomes lighter. You create space for growth, opportunity, and peace. You give yourself permission to move forward without being held back by old connections that no longer serve you. Some attachments are subtle. They are not loud or obvious. They are the friends who criticize your dreams, the family members who guilt you, the habits that comfort you but keep you small. Even memories can be attachments. Remembering pain, replaying failure, and clinging to regret can drain your spirit. Faster than anything else, you must recognize what holds you down and make a choice to release it. Letting go is never easy. Your heart may ache and your mind may argue. You may fear being alone or missing what you had. But freedom always comes after courage. When you release the things that weaken you, you create room for life to bring better people, better experiences, and better opportunities. Your growth is impossible without it. This rule is not about running from love or responsibility. It is about understanding which attachments are healthy and which are harmful. True strength is built by protecting your inner world, by surrounding yourself with people, environments, and habits that lift you, not weigh you down. If you want to restart your life, examine your attachments carefully. Ask yourself, does this make me stronger or weaker? Does this serve my future or my past? If it weakens you, no matter how much you care, it is time to release it. Courage is not in holding on. Courage is in letting go. Your life, your growth, and your freedom depend on it. Rule 7. Learn to sit alone without escaping. Restarting your life requires facing yourself. Many people avoid being alone because it feels uncomfortable. When the world is quiet, your thoughts become loud. Old fears, regrets, and doubts rise to the surface. You may feel anxious or sad, so you escape. You watch TV, scroll your phone, talk endlessly with others, or fill every moment with noise. But running from yourself only delays growth. Real change begins when you can. Sit quietly alone and face your mind. Sitting alone is like opening a door you have been afraid of. Inside that room, you see your true thoughts. You see your fears, your weaknesses, your desires, and your dreams. You cannot fix what you do not see. Most people avoid this room for a lifetime. They fill their days with distractions, pretending everything is fine. But your life cannot restart if you never look within. Learning to be alone teaches self-reliance. You start listening to your own voice instead of depending on others to tell you what to do. You learn to trust your judgment to solve problems and to make decisions without constant reassurance. This is a skill few appreciate, but it is one of the most powerful tools for starting over. At first, sitting alone may feel painful. Memories of past failures or heartbreaks may rise. You may feel fear, loneliness, or regret. That is normal. Do not fight it. Sit with it. Observe it. Understand it. Each time you face your own mind, the power of those emotions decreases. You slowly realize that you can survive your thoughts. You are stronger than you imagined. Being alone also opens space for creativity and clarity. When the noise of others fades, your mind begins to see possibilities. You notice patterns, solutions, and ideas that were hidden before. The clarity you gain while sitting quietly becomes a foundation for your new life. Decisions come easier. Goals become clearer. You understand yourself better. And with that understanding, your life begins to change naturally. Remember, solitude is not loneliness. Loneliness is a feeling of emptiness and disconnection. Solitude is a conscious choice to spend time with yourself to recharge and to understand your inner world. The more comfortable you become with your own company, the less you will fear failure, rejection, or uncertainty. You will carry a sense of inner peace that others cannot give you. Restarting your life requires discipline, courage, and patience. Learning to sit alone is one of the hardest but most rewarding steps. When you stop escaping and face yourself, you stop running from your problems. You begin to solve them. You gain control over your thoughts and emotions. You discover strength, wisdom, and confidence that cannot be taken away. The next time you feel restless or afraid of being alone, remember this. Your greatest teacher is within you. Face yourself without fear. Sit quietly without escaping. That is where real life begins. Rule 8. Stop waiting for confidence. Act while afraid. Confidence is not a precondition for action. It is the result of it. Too often we wait for the perfect moment, the perfect feeling, or the perfect level of courage. We tell ourselves, I need to feel ready first. But life does not wait. Opportunities pass. Moments disappear. Waiting for confidence is like standing at the edge of a river, afraid to step in because the water feels cold. The only way to cross is to step anyway. Fear is not a weakness. It is a signal that you are moving towards something meaningful. Every person who has rebuilt their life knew fear intimately. They felt doubt, worry, and uncertainty. What set them apart was not the absence of fear. It was action. Despite fear, they moved forward while their heart was pounding and their mind was screaming, I cannot do this. Action creates confidence. The first step is always the hardest, but it is also the most powerful. You do not need to leap perfectly. You do not need to have every answer. You need only to move. One small action will change your thinking, your energy, and your life in ways you cannot see immediately. That single step sets a chain reaction in motion. When you act while afraid, you learn that fear does not control you. You gain experience. You discover inner strength. You realize that what seemed impossible before is possible with effort and persistence. Every attempt, whether it succeeds or fails, builds confidence for the next step. Waiting for confidence is a trap. It is the mind convincing you that growth must feel safe before it can happen. The truth is, life grows in discomfort. Transformation happens when you do what scares you, when you take responsibility for moving forward even when the heart is shaking. Do not wait to feel brave. Choose action over hesitation. Step forward even in fear. Each step will make the next easier. Each action will light the path to the life you want. Confidence will follow quietly as a companion to your courage. Rule 9. Replace complaints with daily responsibility. It is easy to blame the world, to point fingers at circumstances, other people, or fate. Life feels unfair, and it is tempting to stay in that complaint. You might say, if only my boss understood me, or if only luck had been on my side. But complaining keeps you small. It gives power to the past and to things you cannot control. It steals energy you could use to change your future. Real growth begins the moment you take responsibility, no matter how small. Responsibility does not mean blaming yourself for everything. It means acknowledging what you can control and taking action. Each morning, ask yourself, what can I do today to move closer to the life I want? That simple question shifts your mind from victimhood to leadership of your own life. Daily responsibility builds momentum. When you take charge of small tasks, keeping promises, completing work, caring for your health, you strengthen your confidence. Your life begins to feel manageable. You see results. The power that once seemed outside you starts to appear inside. Complaints are easy. Responsibility is hard. Complaints give temporary relief. Responsibility gives permanent freedom. The world may never notice your change. And that is fine. This is not for recognition. This is for your life. The more you act responsibly, the less power problems, excuses, and setbacks have over you. Replace the habit of complaining with the habit of acting. If you feel stuck, do one small thing today that you can control. Make a decision, complete a task, or simply choose your attitude. That one step repeated every day becomes the foundation for a restart. When life is uncertain, responsibility is your anchor. Complaints are chains that hold you to yesterday. Choose to let go of blame and embrace action. Your life responds not to what you wish for, but to what you take responsibility for. Rule 10. Rewrite your identity through daily actions. Your life is a reflection of who you believe you are. But who you believe yourself to be is not fixed. It is created every day through your actions, habits, and choices. If your identity is rooted in fear, failure, or doubt, your life will reflect those things. If your identity is rooted in courage, discipline, and purpose, your life will begin to follow that path. Restarting your life is not about wishing you were someone else. It is about becoming the person you need to be, one action at a time. Change does not happen overnight. No one becomes new simply by thinking differently for a day. It happens slowly, quietly through repeated actions. Every small decision you make reinforces a part of your identity. When you choose to get out of bed early, to face a fear, to speak a kind word, or to complete a task you said you would do, you are telling yourself, I am capable. I am responsible. I am growing. These small actions are the bricks of a new self. Consider this. If you behave like a tired, defeated person, people and circumstances will treat you that way. If you behave like someone determined, disciplined, and kind, life begins to respond differently. The world mirrors your inner story. By choosing your actions consciously, you slowly rewrite who you are. This is not about pretending. It is about aligning your actions with the person you want to become. Many people believe identity is fixed. They cling to labels like I am unlucky, or I am not smart, or I am always failing. These beliefs are chains. They limit possibilities and drain energy. The truth is, your identity is not what happened to you. It is what you do today, and what you choose to do tomorrow. Each action either reinforces the old self or builds the new self. Small daily actions matter more than big rare efforts. Reading for 10 minutes, taking a short walk, writing one line in a journal, completing one task you promised yourself. These may seem insignificant, but repeated daily, they form a pattern. This pattern becomes your new identity. Slowly, your thoughts, habits, and life will align with this new self. Rewriting. Your identity also requires honesty. Notice when old habits, fears, or excuses try to pull you back. Recognize them, but do not obey them. Choose actions that reflect who you want to be, even if your mind or heart resists. This is the quiet work of transformation. It is patient, consistent, and deliberate. Your identity is your foundation. If you rebuild it with care and intention, everything else becomes easier. Your thoughts become clearer. Your confidence grows, and your life begins to reflect the new person you are becoming. The restart of your life is not in external events. It is in the daily choices you make, the actions you take, and the person you decide to show up as each morning. Start small. Start today. Rewrite your identity one action at a time and watch your life follow. Rule 11. Decide that no matter what happens, you will not quit. Life will test you. It will challenge your patience, shake your confidence, and push you to the edge of giving up. Everyone faces moments when quitting seems easier than continuing. You may lose money, opportunities, or relationships. You may feel betrayed, ignored, or misunderstood. You may stumble, fail, or fall repeatedly. In those moments, most people stop. But the ones who restart their lives make a different choice. They decide deep in their heart that no matter what happens, they will not quit. Deciding not to quit is more than a promise. It is a mindset. It is a commitment to yourself that failure will not define you and setbacks will not destroy you. When life feels unbearable, saying I will not quit becomes an anchor. It gives you strength when energy fades. It gives clarity when fear clouds your mind. It reminds you that the end of one path is only the beginning of another. Challenges are inevitable. Pain is inevitable. Mistakes are inevitable. But giving up is optional. Every person who has rebuilt their life has fallen at some point. They have faced rejection, disappointment, and loss. What separated them from those who never moved forward was their refusal to surrender. They kept walking, kept learning, and kept acting even when their heart wanted to stop. Deciding not to quit does not mean rushing blindly or ignoring reality. It means moving forward with patience, wisdom, and courage. It means taking small, consistent steps even when progress seems invisible. It means trusting that every effort, no matter how small, carries you closer to the life you want. Persistence compounds over time. Every day you do not quit. You build strength, resilience, and momentum that cannot be taken away. The moment you make this decision, your perspective changes. Setbacks become lessons instead of obstacles. Pain becomes a teacher instead of a chain. Obstacles become invitations to grow. Life begins to feel like a series of challenges you can meet rather than walls that block you. The power is no longer outside. It is inside you. No matter what has happened, no matter who has let you down, no matter how many times life has pushed you down, you can rise again. Your restart begins with a single choice: to keep moving, to keep trying, to keep believing in yourself, and to never ever quit. This decision is the foundation for everything else. Without it, all other rules, acceptance, forgiveness, action, discipline cannot hold. With it, even the darkest past cannot stop you. Take a deep breath. Make the choice today. Tell yourself, I will not quit. I will rise again. I will restart my life. That decision alone can change everything. Final message. Your life starts today. Life is not about the mistakes you made yesterday. Life is not about who left, who betrayed you, or what went wrong. Life is about the choices you make today, the steps you take now, and the courage you carry in your heart. Every rule we have explored, the acceptance of the past, forgiveness of yourself, stopping endless explanations, changing your environment, building small disciplines, letting go of attachments, learning to sit alone, acting while afraid, taking responsibility, rewriting your identity, and deciding never to quit. These are not just words. They are tools. They are bridges from where you are now to the life you truly deserve. You may feel weak, lost, or tired. That is human. But deep inside there is a spark that has never gone out. That spark is your potential. That spark is your life waiting to rise again. Do not ignore it. Do not silence it. Every small choice you make today can fan that spark into a fire. Every action you take, even when it feels small or scary, builds momentum toward the life you dream of. Remember, restarting your life does not mean perfection. It means progress. It means courage. It means persistence. You will stumble. You will feel fear. You will question yourself. That is normal. What matters is that you keep moving, keep learning, and keep believing. You are capable of more than you realize. You are stronger than your fears. You are the architect of your future. So today, take one step. Begin the process of letting go, acting, and building. Your life does not wait, and neither should you. Rise, commit, and restart. If you are ready to transform your life and achieve your dreams, join us at English Achievement, where we guide you to grow, think, and act in ways that bring real results. Every story, every lesson, every word here is a step toward your better life. Your restart begins now. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Thanks for watching.